beautiful people, and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be talking about inverse operations. Hopefully this video is going to be the shortest video that I have ever created because there's only technically two things for us to talk about in this video. As always, if I make a mistake, let me know so that way I can learn from my mistakes. Okay, what are we going to be learning about? Operations. So let's talk about math operations. We're not talking about like surgical operations. We're not going to be removing anyone's kidney. But operations tells us what to do. There are four basic operations. Four, let me learn how to spell. And why do we care about them? Because these operations tell us what to do in our basics. So the basic ones are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now, addition and subtraction are the easiest because we don't really have any other symbols for them. Plus is for addition, minus is for subtraction. Now, for multiplication, sometimes you're going to see parentheses like this next to each other, or you even might have like a number next to parentheses like this. All of this means multiplication. So it does really truly matter that you understand that this is multiplication and this is multiplication. It doesn't matter if there's a minus on the inside. Anything in a bubble, anything in parentheses means multiplication. Now division, again, you might see this differently. You might sometimes see this division sign. Now notice, oh, yeah, I just made myself laugh. I made the same symbol. Now, division is going to be this symbol here, but a lot of times what you're going to see is not that. You're going to see a fraction. So you're going to have something over something. And notice that this is kind of similar. You have something over something. Now, this just means you have a fraction. Fractions are going to be the most common things that you see. Now, these are the four basic operations. These are not inverses. Now, I want to talk to you about the inverses because I promise this video is going to be short. Now, what we want are the inverses. All I did is I underlined inverses. Let's talk about that. So if we have a symbol, let's say if we have an operation, addition, the inverse of that, let's make sure we write that. The inverse of that is subtraction. We're thinking the opposite. If I have addition, the opposite of that is subtraction. So if I have subtraction, what do you think my opposite is going to be? It's going to be addition. So we're going in a circle. Addition, opposite, minus. Minus, opposite, plus. Plus, opposite, minus. So inverses are also known as opposite. So now, if addition is the opposite of subtraction and subtraction is the opposite of addition, let's do another one. Let's do multiplication. Now, I'm going to use parentheses because that is probably the most common way that you're going to see it. So I have multiplication. And then what is the inverse of that? And that is division. And what is the inverse of that? And that is multiplication. And so what is the inverse of multiplication? Inverse of multiplication is division. And what is the division inverse? Is multiplication. Now I'm going to put a little dot here. So sometimes you'll see a number times parentheses. Sometimes you're going to see that. And for this one, you're going to see a fraction. And so that is your inverses. So when I say, hey, what is the opposite of a plus? You're going to tell me it's a minus. And if I tell you what is the opposite of a fraction, you're going to tell me it's multiplication. So again, this right here, this fraction, this is division. And these right here, these parentheses, that's multiplication. Please make sure you have this written down because you will use that starting in our next video. We're going to start solving equations, and this is the extreme necessity for that video. All right, you guys, promised a short video. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.